The NFL has a quarterback problem, and here's why. And I hear people nowadays be like, oh my God, the NFL has got this QB crisis. Talking about, oh, there's not enough talented QBs. Well, I don't think the issue is talent. I think the issue is our expectations. Take Anthony Richardson, for example. This guy started 10 games and then got benched, and then had 5 more games and got benched again. In total, this guy has missed 17 games to start his career. So in other words, this man has not played a lot of snaps in college or in the NFL. And the Colts drafted him with the expectation of him being the future franchise quarterback. And well, instead they got a brutal reminder of how hard and how long it can take for these guys to transition from college to the NFL. Here's the math no one wants to admit. Finding a good or great quarterback is a coin flip at best. Actually, it's way worse than that. When we look at the first overall quarterback selected in the past 23 drafts to 2000, you see only 8%, yes, 8% become all pro quarterbacks. And that's why the draft is crazy, because your best odds of getting a really good quarterback are only 9%. You have a better chance of just being blindfolded and throwing a dart and praying it hits the bullseye. But here's the problem. This guy right here is making GMs think that they're going to draft the next Patrick Mahomes, and they're just not. And that's why when a young quarterback like Richardson starts to struggle, the whole building melts down. Coaches get fired, coordinators switch, and the young quarterback who's supposed to be learning ends up just collecting battle scars. The teams that actually did it right, well, they drafted from a position of strength. Mahomes got to sit a year behind Alex Smith. Lamar got to sit behind Flacco. And even Tom Brady, the GOAT, got to sit behind Drew Bledsoe. Therefore, when it was their time to shine, they walked into stability and not chaos. Meanwhile, desperation teams rush it. Just look at the Jets and how they handled Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold. Thrown in too early, with the wrong system, the wrong line, and most importantly, no patience. Now, is it a talent issue? Yes, but it's also these organizations not giving them enough time and resources to help improve their game. Also, struggling early does not mean that you're going to be a bad quarterback. As we all know, Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions his rookie year, an all-time record. And I think his career turned out just fine. Difference is the Colts believed in him, and so they gave him time and resources. And kids nowadays barely get one of those. So no, the NFL doesn't have a QB shortage. It has an expectations problem. We're shocked when 90% of these quarterbacks don't turn into superstars, even though the data says that's what's expected. And the GMs make it worse by not giving these guys time to develop at the hardest position in football. So who do we blame? The GMs for being bad at evaluating talent? The quarterbacks for just not playing good enough? Or is it the bad expectations we set on these young guys earlier on in their career? Let me know what you think.